This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's take a look and see what we've got next. We've got Kane talking to an empty casket like the Undertaker was there. Sheamus shows up and says he wants to borrow the casket to put Randy Orton in it because it's way too big for Mysterio. Kane tells him no, and Sheamus tells Kane that if the two of them form a tag team, they'd be unstoppable. And Sheamus notes that he's the real big red monster, and it looks like they might be building towards something in the future here. And then we see Miz cut a heel promo saying he has accepted John Cena's offer to wrestle for Team WWE, and he's going to be in the main event. When he asked the crowd if he should join Team WWE, everyone boos, and Miz claims that Cena has begged him to join the team, and he claimed John Morrison admitted that he was Marty and Miz was Shawn. Pretty fun little promo here from Miz. And next up is the title match with Randy Orton and Sheamus. They get plenty of time here, 18 minutes and 56 seconds. Randy Orton gets the win by DQ. And Meltzer would write, the announcers are pushing this as being the biggest championship in the history of sports entertainment. It's just kind of fun. 3 stars. Although there is a "We Want a Miz" chant going, which sort of took me by surprise. I don't think Randy Orton gets the credit he deserves for being one of the all-time best. This match is another example of that. I don't know what people's expectations were of Sheamus, but I know certain parts of the crowd didn't seem like they were ready to accept him. But you sort of forget all that and get lost in the story. I really like this match. What'd you think?
Well, I just don't like Randy as a babyface.
Right.
He's not at his best. He's never been at his best. But when Randy works heel, he is the best heel in the business. Certainly one of them specifically. And it was a very physical match. Sheamus is a very physical guy. He's a guy that makes you believe. So I'm sure this match got better as it got longer. There's your second non-decision on a pay-per-view of the night. Some people don't keep up with that, Conrad. I do, because if you flew in from Tokyo and you got your family there and you spent God knows how many thousands of dollars to come to this, 2 non-decisions at this point of the night are a lot. You pay to see winners and losers, and there's no reason you couldn't have got a finish in both of those matches and moved on. Pay-per-views are supposed to be winners and losers, and they have to be something different from Raw and SmackDown. If not, why spend that money to see them?
I noticed the same thing you did. It feels like the crowd really started to get into it at like that 13, 14 minute mark. I mean, when you've got an 18-minute match, I guess in a perfect world, they'd start hot and stay hot the whole time. But if you're going to have your crowd pick a spot to get into it, you want it to get to a fever pitch at the end. And that's what this looked like it was going for. Of course, Sheamus goes for a chair shot. Orton ducks, kicks Sheamus low, gives him the RKO on the announcer's table, which didn't break. And even though Sheamus is laying there, I think everybody was sort of ready for the Miz cash in here. Do you think this could have been a spot for a Miz cash in, or should have been maybe?
I don't know. I think possibly. The conditions usually when they're at their best for a cash in, or somebody wins, but just barely. And both guys are basically in a double knockout scenario to where they're just spent. And the champion has pulled one out, but man, that's all he had left. And the scene is usually one of those that the second the guy with the Money in the Bank briefcase starts walking down the ramp and they're looking at 2 dead bodies, they get it right away. That's usually your ideal scenario. And the more you can have that looking like, okay, here he comes, and you just watch the guy walking down, present the briefcase, everybody's still down. Okay, the referee acknowledges this is going to be for the title and lets the audience know before anybody in the ring starts to stir. That's your best case scenario. So this could have worked. I'm not sure if it would have been 100% the best time, but might not have been a bad spot.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money, it's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.